This is a video I've kind of wanted to do for kind of a long time. This is a video, kind of, not really a review, but more or less just a little turntable I have. I'm just kind of going to show it to you guys. It's not really a review, it's kind of like nostalgia in a way to me, because I remember, at least I think I do, I used to play with something like this. This isn't it. This is a newer one that we have. It's called the Audio Technica. I don't really know how to say that. But when I was younger, like, I used to have this kind of turntable thing that, like, I want to say my mom bought for me, and I just kind of used to spin it around and all that. And then sometimes I would get records. Sometimes. I just kind of used to spin them on, like, a little turntable. I remember this one time, I had, like, a Sesame Street, record. I think I used to play that on there. But, yeah. I don't know where that is now. I don't think we have it anymore. But, yeah. So this is gonna be kind of me playing with, this record thing. So as you can see, you can kind of spin it. Almost like a DJ thing in a way, but not really, because it has this cover thing on, and, you know, it's supposed to make it so you don't, like, you know, DJ it, so you can't, like, scratch the thing, because, you know, if you do scratch it, you can pretty much cause it, so, like, sometimes if you scratch it, you can make it so the thing, like, repeats itself. That's kind of like a thing that happens with them. I remember I had one and I kept scratching it, almost like a DJ thing. I used to sit in the basement and kind of play it while my grandpa, he was watching TV. He usually likes to watch old war movies. But I used to kind of scratch it like I was a DJ, and I like to put on little DJ things. That kind of reminds me of my childhood. I'm pretty sure I had something like this, or maybe it was like a little kid's toy, I don't know, but it was certainly something that could play records, because I remember this one time I did play Sesame Street on it, and I was just kind of listening to it, and my grandpa was like, "Oh, it's pretty cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, Gramps, yeah, get with the times," and yeah. So yeah, it's kind of a turntable. I always called it a DJ set, but no, a DJ set, it has more than just this. I mean, it does have a turntable, but it also has, you know, pads. It has all sorts of different things that this thing does not have. But this would obviously, or this could be, some sort of a DJ set. It's pretty professional. Not sure how much it costs. All I know is I shouldn't break it. When I turn it on, it has a few lights. This is obviously the thing that you put on the record. I do have a record, I'll show it to you guys later. But basically, you put it on here. I don't want to scratch the foam. Put it on there, and then you press start and stop. And then it just starts spinning. So yeah, you can also, sometimes I like to watch the thing spin around. It's something I did when I was a kid. I just put stuff on there. I remember one time I made a merry-go-round with one of these things. That was pretty nice. This thing is a lot more professional stuff. Like, it has a light on the side. Not really sure why I would need that now. I mean, I would need that if this was kind of the dark, but I do have my camera flashlight on. This thing over here is supposed to, like, tell how fast it's going, depending on, like, the things. So, for instance, I can start and stop it, and you can see some of them. Most of them are kind of blurry, but there's also this thing over here, which basically speeds it up or slows it down. So if you want to go super slow, you just bring it up, and if you want to bring it down to plus or whatever, then yeah. I was painting, so I got white paint all over me. So yeah, that's kind of why I see it. But yeah, you can see if I slide it, this is faster than if I keep going. This is slower. I know you guys can't really see much of a change because of camera frames, and it can only, like, catch a picture so fast, but it's definitely moving. It'll go faster and slower when I move it, so yeah. Here's a pitch thing. This basically increases the pitch. Here's a quartz. I don't know what quartz does, and I probably don't really want to mess with that. Here's another button. This one says forward and reverse. This basically does exactly what it thinks. It brings it back and forth like this. So I guess you could kind of scratch it like this, but it wouldn't be too effective. I'm going to turn this off for right now. Here's kind of the turntable thing. It's got a bunch of bells and whistles on it for like adjustment and all that. I don't really want to mess with these because I know nothing about this. All I know is that usually when I did this, there was just a big stick with a pointy thing at the bottom, and it made the disc music, I guess. I don't know how they put music on a giant plastic wheel, but technology, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, you can basically you press this lever down, and this basically very, very slowly goes down, and you can bring it back up. You can kind of bring it down again and back up. So yeah, here's a height adjust thing. I don't really know anything else. There's anti-skating. I don't know what this does. I think this brings it in, either closer or farther away. I'm gonna leave it at 0 for right now. That's probably what it's supposed to be at anyway. But yeah, let's put a disc on there. I remember all sorts of childhood nostalgia things about this thing. Or not this thing, but like, you know, a similar-ish DJ kind of set. Not really DJ, but a direct drive professional turntable. But this thing is also USB, so you can't really hear the music. And to be honest, it does need a USB, or it needs to be connected to something needs to be connected to these cables, which I do not have. So yeah. So I can make this thing spin. Put it, oh, that's a little too far. Put it right on the edge, as you can see. And yep, good. Press the lever down, and uh-oh, that's not good. I'll just put that on. It's playing music. I have to be really quiet. Oh, it's going in reverse. Now it's playing evil music. It's playing, Help, if you didn't hear. Or at least it was starting to until they bumped it, and it went up like 5 songs, but yeah. It was playing Help. This thing is kind of fun. I wish I could kind of hear it, but I cannot. So yeah, it's kind of just a childhood nostalgia thing to me. Here's another thing. I think this has to do with beats per minute, I want to say. This thing basically makes it go faster or slower, depending on how you want it to go. I'm going to keep it at 33 because that was usually in the normal. Here's start and stop. Here's some other things about hertz and all that. Not really anything I'm interested in. This is also a Beatles album, and I'm glad it's not loud, because I'd probably get copyright striked, and, you know, because it's nighttime. People gotta sleep. But yeah, that's about it. I've kind of pressed every bell and whistle. If you really wanted to slow down, do that. Wanted to speed up, it's going faster now. And now we're gonna bring it down really slow. It's pretty subtle, but yeah. Put that on there. Put that right there. If you put your ear real close, you can kind of hear it's playing something, but it needs something to, you know, Bluetooth to it. It has an adapter. I don't have it with me right now, but yeah. This thing is also incredibly heavy. It's about, I'd say, like 40 to 50 pounds. I'm pretty sure 40 to 50 pounds, or for you international viewers, that's like, I don't know how to convert. They never taught me in school. They always tried to teach me, but then they were like, okay, do the conversions into imperial units. I'm like, you just told us the metric system. Why do we not do it the other way? They're like, no, do it to imperial. We're gonna stay in imperial. Can you divide it in metric? So that's pretty dumb. I'd say, I don't know if it goes backwards or it goes ahead. I'd say it's like 50 kilograms, or, no, kilograms is small. Kilomiles? Is that it? I don't know. They literally never taught us the metric system. That's like the most important thing, because everybody in the world uses it, but apparently they didn't want to teach us that. That's kind of a rant right there about America and its weird way of teaching, but it's unique, I guess. I don't know. And here's this thing is supposed to keep, like, the record on. You can put that in the corner there. At least I think it's supposed to go in the corner, and then when you want it, you press down and you put it on. I just kind of left it on there, if you want to leave it on there. Just put it in there for now. You want to take it off by there, and then you can just throw it over there. Make sure to put this thing up, though, so you don't throw it on. And yeah, here it is. Here's the record if you wanted to see it. It's capital The Beatles, help by The Beatles. It's also signed by somebody. I don't know who that is. If you do, I want to say I have no clue who that is, but anyway, take that off now. It's not really a DJ set, but it's some sort of set. It's a turntable thing, and it's pretty fun. You can spin it around if you want. You can make it go forward and backwards. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave you guys off on this note of this thing kind of spinning around. It's almost hypnotic. You can. The funny thing is, you can kind of, you know. But I just like how it spins. It's so cool. I have no clue why, but it just is. You're putting out. You can bring it out, bring it in. Push it with you. Oh no, there it goes. Oh, we lost it. Oh, coming around here. Oh, no, it goes around. Oh. Push it out. Oh, here it comes. It's coming back in. And that's probably the end of this video. I hope you guys had some fun. And yeah, I'm gonna turn it off right now. As you can see, all the lights, they just kind of go off. It's a pretty good little thing. I'm gonna put the record back on there, because that's how I got it. I'm gonna put this thing back on there too. Keep it on there, and also you can close this nice case that it comes with, and it's pretty expensive. I mean, this isn't like something you just find like at a grocery, like, supermarket store. Like, this is something you have to go like a specific music store for. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can play old records, but you need Bluetooth, which is kind of weird, but you can just kind of get a speaker that'll work fine. Maybe you can do it to your phone. I have no clue. Anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Have a good night. And this guy is still sitting there, being humble. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like. And if you didn't, there's not much else I can do. I'm gonna leave you with it spinning. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.